And we're going to define what is sales and what does it mean to be a salesperson. And for the context of this video, coaches, coaching companies, high ticket closers, you are a salesperson. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. So first thing we have to define is what is sales. All right, sales is everything. It's connection, communication, persistence, energy, belief, leadership, objection handling, framing, labeling, discovering, prospecting. Honestly, if we sat here and talked about everything that makes up sales, all the micro skills, the values, the attributes, this would be an hour-long video. All right, but at its core, sales is leadership. It's about guiding somebody to make a decision that they know they need to make, but for whatever reason, fear, doubt, insecurity, circumstance, there's something that's holding them back from making that decision to be the version of themselves that they know that they need to be. All right, sales is a transaction, but it's not a transaction in the way that most people think about it, right? It's not just an exchange of money, although that is a very important part about it. It's an exchange of transformation. When we lead somebody to commit to their ultimate vision, that commitment is the transaction. It is the moment that they let go of the old way of living and step into the new and better version of themselves. All right, because at the end of the day, salespeople are change agents. Salespeople are leaders. Salespeople are fucking life changers. And that's exactly what you are. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise, right? Salespeople get a bad rap. And that's why I'm hyping up this industry. And that's why I'm hyping up this specific skill so fucking much, right? You're not just a used car salesman. You're not just a fucking scammer. You're not just a person who's here to make transactions and cash checks and, do all the bullshit that Wolf of Wall Street shows. And sure, I like money just as much as the next guy. But really, at the end of the day, salespeople are fucking leaders. You are the individuals that make a difference. You are the individuals that get people to commit to a new version of themselves. And I know that's not on the slide, but I'm fucking passionate about it. And that's why I wanted to share. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling here, okay? So if you sell a coaching service, which if you're watching this video, you 100% sell a coaching service, you should take pride in being a salesperson. You are selling something of value. And we're going to get into just how valuable it is that you are selling, because I think these statistics are going to shock you, right? It's a role, right? Sales is a role that demands courage, right? Getting on an actual sales call with a stranger and trying to convince them to overcome their self-limiting beliefs to step into the best version of themselves. That takes courage. That takes belief. And that takes an ability to inspire change, which guess what? America needs salespeople more than ever right now. These are the stats that I'm talking about that I think will shock you. 50% of marriages end in divorce, and that number continues to tick up every single year. 70% of people die wishing that they chased their dreams. How sad is that? How sad is that? They come to the end of their life and they freaking die not knowing what it's like to chase their dreams. 85% of people are disengaged at work, meaning they have no passion, they absolutely hate it. And 73% adults are obese and overweight. And you guys are the ones that can solve that. You are the individuals that are selling the exact programs that can make a difference. You could be a relationship coach, right? You could be a mindset coach, right? You could be a career coach. You could be a fitness coach, right? If you are a coach and you sell a service and you are good at what you do, it is your God-given right to get better at this skill of selling so we can solve these problems in the world. And I'm going to go off on a lot of tangents. I'm clearly very passionate about this, but let's go ahead and rock and roll even more, okay? Coaches, coaching companies, and closers, in quotes, salespeople, were put here to solve these problems. You, on the other end of this, were put here to solve the exact problems that I just went through, right? Your life is not by accident, and you were born in this moment for this generation and for these challenges. I don't know about you, but I think this a lot. I think, man, I feel like I was meant to be in the 80s. I feel like I was meant to be in the 70s, right? And that's just because I like that kind of music. I'm a classic rock kind of guy. But God didn't birth me. God didn't, create me in that generation. God created me for this generation, for this moment, and for these challenges. And guess what? God did the same thing for you, right? You were born in this moment for this generation and for these challenges for a purpose. All right, and here's our collective mission. When I say collective mission, I'm talking about yours, I'm talking about mine, I'm talking everybody that's involved in this community and in this company. All right, our collective mission is to master sales and leadership. All right, together, we have the power to drive meaningful transformation by leading people to take the decisive action they know they need to take to solve the challenges that are in their life. All the statistics that we just went through, right? By doing so, we're not just closing deals. We're opening doors for a brighter and better future for America. There's a lot of issues in America, right? And you talk to one person, they might have a different perspective. You talk to another person, they might have a completely different perspective. That's just kind of the way of the world, right? That's kind of the way of America here. But there's been a lot of issues, I'd say, over the past 10 years. And I think these statistics are very clear and evident that we are missing leadership in this world, right? And I'm calling on you right now, you as the salesperson, you as the individual that can affect change. We have to get better at this skill, y'all. We have to get better at closing deals. We have to get better at leadership because we are the individuals that can actually solve this. No politician, sure, they might have some effect, right? No political leader, sure, they may have some effect, but it's boots on the ground people, every single day people that can relate with the people that are actually going through these challenges that can truly affect change. And that's you and that's I.